Let's give it up for Todd Spiering.
So as you can see here, Magneto is, and his army of evildoers is mounting a vicious attack, try to gain control of my son Aaron's birthday cake. See, Aaron is really into superheroes, and we encourage that at our house because we really enjoy talking to him about all the different characters and their abilities and their personalities. And the heroes that we choose in our society not only tell us something about our culture, but they help us pass down our values to the next generation. Unfortunately, many of our past heroes have been men. Yes, almost all of them have been men, but most of them have been men that are really good at killing or manipulating large groups of people. And as we build statues in honor of these heroes, or sometimes they force people to build statues of themselves. But think about how this image makes us think about the culture that left us this statue. And ask yourself who your heroes are. And I don't mean what underwear you're wearing, whether it's Spider-Man or Iron Man. Well, for me, it's Iron Man. But I want to ask you who you admire. Who do you want to be like? And if you don't know the answer to that question, ask the people that are close to you, because they could tell you who your heroes are. It's the people that you would like to meet if you could. It's the people that you spend your time and money to go see or listen to or read about. Those are the people that you admire. My son Aaron's favorite hero is Emma Frost. He likes her because she is a powerful telepath and she can turn herself into diamond. Now, this is the kid-friendly image of Emma Frost. And that is a concern to me for my kids, because I'm not really comfortable with the way comic books portray female heroes. Not sure why this one's turned around on the end, but this is Emma with some of her friends, and I'm not sure what committee regulates the body measurements and the dress code of superheroes, but they really should let some women on that committee. I'm not sure if these are the best images to put up to our kids as superheroes. So I got curious to see, is there any lady superheroes that did not look like porn stars on steroids? And so I scoured the entire Marvel encyclopedia, which I bought for my son, of course. And I did finally find one. This is Big Bertha. And despite her weight, she's still subject to the superhero dress code, as you can see. But I'm like, well, that's a start anyway, and I wonder what her superpower is. Well, as it turns out, her superpower is that she can change her body mass whenever she wants. And so this is Big Bertha during her day job as a model. That's really not the image I was really hoping for. But I seriously want to tell you about what a real hero looks like. This is Irina Sindler. She rescued about 2,500 Jewish children by smuggling them out of German-occupied Warsaw. She buried their identifying information in a jar so she could later reunite them with their families. She was arrested and tortured by the Gestapo. She was sentenced to death and rescued by somebody who bribed the guard. She never gave up the children's information. She kept working on behalf of the children for the rest of the war while she was in hiding. She dug up the jars, but most of the parents were already dead. Now, I wanted to show you the monument that we made in honor of her, but there is none. There is no such monument. There are many monuments to the men who fought against Hitler, and rightly so, because sometimes violence is necessary, and they are the ones that stopped this genocide. But I'm afraid we've left some heroes out. Here are a couple of common American heroes. Now, these two guys were born just about a year and a half apart. And in another world, they may have been childhood playmates. But they were born in two very different worlds. One was born in a world where his talents were nurtured and his opportunities were endless. He achieved something completely unimaginable at the time of his birth, when he landed on the moon. The other man was born in a world where he had to explain to his daughter why he wasn't allowed to take her to the local public amusement park. He was born into a world that violently cut his life short just 1 year before Neil Armstrong walked the moon. But I'm not here to tell you that every fireman and teacher and military man and police officer is a hero, because I think that idea is total bullshit. I also don't believe that everyone will have the opportunity to be a hero if they acted in a certain way. We just won't have all the opportunity. But we can live in a way that represents the character traits of a hero, and we can pass down the right heroes and the right values to our kids. I'm so grateful that my kids live in a world where they don't have to be smuggled out of the country to escape a genocide. I'm grateful that my children aren't blatantly denied opportunities because of the color of their skin. I'm grateful for the heroes of the past, and I'm hopeful that the heroes of the present and the future will take us further than the moon. It'll take us to a place where war is obsolete and heroic violence only exists in comic books and birthday cakes. So whether you keep quiet about your heroes, which is fine, or you like to walk around in your Iron Man briefs, it behooves us to think about what heroes and values we aspire to and what we promote for our future generation. Thank you.